Morning, yeah. It's a cold one for sure. Got my dose of morning poison, I guess to call it. I don't smoke or drink, so this is kind of what my poison is. There's my big old purple. We parked here last night. It's pretty dang cold this morning. As you can see, it's getting busy with all the double trailers. That light's out, the one in the middle, and the lights are all unmatched. I gotta replace some, but yeah, this thing is out. That one there is super bright. There's my purple light in there. Let's grab my hammer and check the tires. So I can find my key. There we go. Might as well put some gloves on, right? Let's do that. Alright, so last night I cut the steps off. Probably can't see, but the only thing left is the step on this side that I have to cut off. That should be good for mounting. Those are good. I do have to change that fuel check valve once I get home, because the truck does crank up for quite a bit before it fires up. I mean, I understand it's cold, but I had this issue happen even when it wasn't cold. So, you know, I think it's something that needs change. I was talking to some people, well, reading comments more than, and they were saying how it also could be like a cam sensor and the crank sensor. And the good thing is all of those are cheap. And I mean, I don't think any of that stuff was replaced in a very, very long time. So even if that might not be the issue, it wouldn't be bad to replace it. Alright. So we're gonna jump inside, get to driving, and catch you in the head cam. Alright y'all, welcome back. We're on 70, as you can tell. Well, you can't really tell. Truck is an absolute mess. It is so dirty, and I have so many things to do. Today is Friday. Looking for some loads. This week I went to Pennsylvania up on 80. I think this upcoming week I'm gonna try to go somewhere southern. I don't think I'm gonna go like Florida or Texas, but I might at least hunt down for some Carolinas maybe. That's the plan at least. Really cold. This morning was 18 in KC, Illinois. I looked up the temperature in St. Louis, and it's freaking 13 in St. Louis. Monday in St. Louis is supposed to be 7. That's rough. If it's 7 in St. Louis, I wonder what it is in Chicago. Potentially in the negatives. Chicago is usually quite a bit colder. Yeah, I'm wearing my bright yellow hoodie from Northern Tool. It's already dirty, like really, really messy. Not exactly a good color to wear as a truck driver and go do some work around the truck. It's pretty dang chilly outside, but this week I think I'm gonna go and replace my fuel valve, my check valve for fuel, which is located right on the back of the block. on the passenger side. And the nice thing is you can reach that without taking anything off. Unlike Cascadias and stuff, like short hood trucks, the engine is pushed more back towards the driver, towards the cab. So like a lot of the stuff that's in the back of the block can't really be accessed too easy, but on the long hood like this, it's awesome. And you can just work on anything. And that's one of the reasons I also really want a classic and a long hood. A lot of people ask, you know, why did you go with this truck? Why this? Why that? Nowadays, I mean, you can buy 2015 Cascadia for $20,000, but those are going to be high miles. But then again, this truck is high miles too. But the main thing is, I can do an in-frame on this truck for about $10,000, have a local guy do it. Whereas, you know, Cascadia, you're probably going to be looking at a double, if not more. On top of that Cascadia, your DEF system fails, your emission system, you're looking at a $12,000 bill. I know my uncle got a Volvo 780 2012 with a Cummins. He bought it with 600,000 miles. 2 months later, engine crapped out. $20,000 bill out the shop. A few months later, his tranny failed out. That's another couple thousand. And again, a few months later after that, his emissions, his DEF system crapped out. $12,000 for that. So the way I look at it is, he just spent $12,000 on something my truck doesn't even have, and if it doesn't have it, it can't break, you know. And then he had some electrical issue. They could not figure out what it is. Weeks later, they figured out, and weeks later, out of work, and $4,000 bill later, they found out it was one wire. My whole point being is, new trucks are nice, don't get me wrong. They're comfortable, they're great, they're reliable, and they're good to own while they are reliable. Which for most part is up to that 500,000-600,000 mile mark. At least by what I've seen. Some fail prematurely, some fail a little bit later. Doesn't matter. Like we have an owner operator in the company. He's got a 2007 Volvo 780, but it's got a D12 in it, and that thing is still running like a clock. 1.5 million on it. No overhaul, nothing. At the end of the day, it's also, you know, how you maintain the truck. And a lot of people, the way I look at it is, if you're looking for a long nose, more than likely that long hood was maintained by an owner operator, which means they took care of that. They did those oil changes every, you know, 10, 15,000 miles. If you look at these fleet companies, they buy these trucks with intent to run them till 400,000 or 500,000 miles, while the warranty is on them, and then they just get rid of them. And it's like, boom, okay, here you go. You can have the problems that it's gonna come with right now. At least that's the way I view it. You know, buying a fleet truck, you just have to be ready for repairs. It's just how it is. They just don't maintain them to own them long run. Like some of them guys, they do oil changes like 30, 40, 50,000 miles. I don't even know how long. And you know, you don't go buy a truck and then look at it like, oh, there's a paint chip here. Oh, this engine is a little rusted, blah, blah, blah. I want engine maintenance history. How does that engine run? How does it do on dyno? Because this engine is what's gonna make you money. This, you know, peeled paint and then no clear coat, who cares? You're not out here to impress other truckers. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'd love to have a nice truck, and then my plan is to make this truck look nicer. But that's someday. When I save up money, when I have money to do things like that. But for now, my main focus is in that engine bay. Make sure that engine is running good. and I want to be comfortable in here. That's why I'm installing my generator, and when the summer comes, I'm gonna put a AC unit so this engine is not idling all summer. Because engine idling in one spot, that's killing it. That's killing it right there more than anything. In winter, I have a diesel heater. In the summer, I'm gonna have a mini split. And plus with that, like, you know, I did the math. I'm be saving anywhere from $100 to $150 a week on fuel, and I'm gonna be more comfortable because this truck is loud and everything shakes. That's why it's called a freight shaker. Kind of off topic there, but let me have a sip of my 3D. Oh, great energy drinks, by the way. It's by it's like a fitness guy that owns it, Christian Guzman. I think he's got I think it's Alphalet. I don't even know how you say it. Alphalet. Let's answer that. I just had a broker call over here. Again, same thing. Like, if you're not familiar with how truckers' loads are received, you know, for most part, I don't even honestly post stuff or look for stuff. I just call the brokers that deal with, and you know, I see, hey, do you have something in this area? Because it's just easier. Because they're not gonna bullshit you. But brokers call you and they ask you about the most random areas. I guess, like, if you ever in the past ran a load in that area, they have it noted in their system. But like, how does that pay off? You know, the chances of a company being there again or a truck being there are very slim, unless you ran that load very often. But what I was saying is, yeah, that's like one of the main reasons why I got this truck, is because number one, even though this engine bay can be kind of overwhelming, and the long hood, it's also great on repairing stuff, because there's so much room in there to fix anything. And the thing on this truck is there's barely any electronics. It's very, very minimal. I mean, it's a 2000 truck. I mean, it's a, you know, 21-year-old truck. So the amount of electronics in here is very, very minimal. And obviously, the older you get, it's gonna get even more minimal. But that's another thing I like. I'm sure, you know, later down the road, maybe, you know, someday I'd like a newer W9 with a little Caterpillar in it, but that stuff is expensive. You know, I mean, people ask, like, you know, get Cat, get this. Like, I understand Caterpillar puts some serious power. I mean, no doubt. I'll be freaking pulling up a mountain, up a hill, whatever, and there's a freaking fully loaded flatbed hauling past me like I'm at a standstill. So there's no doubt. I mean, Caterpillar is king of the road. I mean, you know, I understand people get their 60 series tuned up and whatnot, and we can get some decent power out of this, but I want to keep this engine reliable. And I mean, you know, if I do overhaul it someday or something, I might tune it up a little bit, but you know, I mean, it's factory made to certain horsepower and certain torque. So, you know, just the way I view it is, the more you turn it up, the more you're sacrificing that reliability. Like this truck is locked at 68 miles an hour, okay? And to most people, it's like, ah, that's dumb, this and that. Like, you know, it's stupid, but at the same time, speed limit is 70 most places I run. If I ran Texas or something where speed limits were 80, I'd turn it up to like 74, 75. But number one, it's good on the truck. You're not pushing it to its limits. Number two, it's also good on you. Because when I see a cop pulled over on the speed trap, I don't even have to look down. I know the speed limit's 70. I know I'm not going over. I can't even go over. If he pulled me over saying, oh, you were going 73, no, the hell I wasn't. I can't even go 73 unless I'm going downhill, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's kind of blabber about that. Let's have another sip. My mouth is like drying out, man. But yeah, as I think I was saying, Alphalet is his brand, and it's got like a clothing brand and a gym. Real successful dude. I used to be like super into working out when I was like in college and stuff, and then life just happened and trucking just happened, I guess, and I lost will and time. But I do need to get into it, man, because our health is extremely important, and if we don't got health, we don't got crap, you know. I don't know, I mean, you know, trucking goes up and down. I see a lot of people, you know, I myself thought about getting out of trucking, and I looked at other options, and I looked at the amount of money I make elsewhere, and you know, I'm gonna do the whole 9 to 5 freaking everything except 2 days a week and the little holidays, and I couldn't go back to that. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just stay in trucking, buy a truck, and run when I feel like, how much I feel like. You know, average owner operators we have, they take, you know, 3 months off a year, and they still make really, really good money. And some of these guys are like, well, I don't even make good money, but you know, you look at them, it's like, you know, you got a really nice house, 2 paid off cars, your spouse doesn't work, your kids go to school, you're taking care of all of that yourself off your own salary. I think that's a good living right there. I mean, you can't really complain. I mean, I think average household income in the States is $50,000, and that's on a freaking household. And you know, if you got a truck driver out here, they can gross, you know, 200, 250 on average. If they're smart with their expenses, they can net, you know, I don't know, like 120, 130, maybe even 150. I don't know what their expenses are. You're talking about that type of money. That's freaking solid, especially if you have a truck, you know, that's older and doesn't need much maintenance. And even if you do overhaul, the overhaul is not that expensive. It's all good, man. But at the end of the day, I mean, you're your own boss. Nobody's telling you, hey, do this, hey, do that. Nobody can make you go on the road. See, like, this guy was going slow, and this is the annoying part. I can't pass him. He's probably limited to 68. I'm limited to 68. He won't slow down to let me up. Now he slowed down a little bit. That's the most annoying part about the speed limit being locked on 68. It's gonna take me like freaking 2 hours to pass this guy. And if I can't pass him up, I'm gonna just have to slam my brakes and go behind him and give him some space. But there we go, he's slowing down, that's nice. I don't know, whenever I see a truck that's like almost passing me going the same speed, I just close up my brakes, you know, I slam my brakes and let the guy pass me up. Like, it's not gonna kill me to do that. Like, what am I gonna do, arrive 5 seconds early if I don't do that? So it's like, it don't matter, man. We're out here together, we're in the same crap, rolling miles and crappy weather, whatever not, dealing with shippers. We're all out here together, man. Truck drivers, we're just like a big family, except some folks don't act that way, and that's unfortunate. But I always say, you know, if you see me at a truck stop and you think I'm struggling backing in or something, I really appreciate if you come on, you know, ask me, hey, rookie, you need some help? You know, that's all good. If I think I'm good, I'm gonna say, no, bro, I appreciate you though. But, you know, if I see a stretched out, spread axle, Peterbilt, fully custom that looks like, you know, it's a 30-year-old veteran parking, and I see him struggling back again, I'm gonna ask him, hey bro, you want me to spot you? Or if it looks like a brand new Swift driver that looks like it's the first week on his own and he's scared as hell, I'm gonna still ask him to spot him too. I mean, it don't matter, man. We're all out here together, and I think that's what it really is all about. Because at the end of the day, we need to help each other out. Nobody else will help us out. Because other people don't understand the crap that we go through. We do. Yeah, guys. I mean, I definitely have some work to do. Once it gets warmer, replace this whole skeleton as well as this one. I ordered that up from Miami Star. I think this skeleton, and these AC vents was like $350 with shipping. So we'll see. And then this weekend, hopefully I'm on my box and get that generator right there out of here. That's my new one. That's why I've been keeping it in here. I was cutting up the steps with my grinder last night. Boy, oh boy, that thing is powerful compared to those Harbor Freight ones. This thing just slices through. I mean, it is 11 amps overall. The freaking Harbor Freight ones were 5. This thing goes. I need to either learn how to weld or find somebody to weld something up for me. I found a guy that's like an hour out of St. Louis, but it's like, I don't know how I'll make that work, because I mean, I'm not gonna just send a random person, you know, $200-300 and hope they keep their word. So like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. But yeah, man, I'm not blabbering, guys. Get to this delivery. Hopefully they're quick. More likely they're not gonna be. It's at Dial. Dial's usually not fast. Driving bunch of men's shampoo. So deliver that, go home. On Fridays I help my mom out, go at her job. She does commercial cleaning. I used to do that for some time. It's not fun, you know, but I help her out on Fridays. Get some of it out the way, and then tomorrow I'm gonna go to the truck in the morning. I did take a load to Virginia for Monday, but if I do find something better with more miles, I'm gonna give it to this other guy, because you know, as of now I'm still a company driver until this is sorted out. And then after that, once I am an owner op, you know, the way I'm gonna look at it is the less miles, higher per mile, the better. But this way, you know, I look for a balance. If there's enough miles but a good per mile, that's okay. That's where the balance needs to be, because I want my fiance's pops to make some money too, and I want to make some money too. You know, it's not, you know, getting a St. Louis to Indiana load for, you know, $1,200-1,300, which is, you know, $5 a mile. It's not worth it for me, because, you know, what am I gonna do with 250 miles? But for him, it's worth it. But if I was a owner operator, it'd be cool for me. But yeah, guys, not blabbering, losing my voice out here. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate you guys taking time today to do check out my videos, and hit subscribe if you haven't. Like, share, comment if you have any questions, and I promise I'll get back to them eventually. Catch you guys in the next one. Stay safe, everyone.